Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another fast Descendant video. So they've added a sort of a hidden sub quest in the Axion planes with this update where you have to go and look for some records. There's a quest that starts and then you follow the quest and look for some records and you'll end up completing the quest and getting another chest attachment. So over here, if you see this one here, this is called the symbol of the forgotten. So once you finish all of that, you'll get this symbol of the forgotten. This is sort of similar to the Serena brooch quest we did, Knight's brooch, back in season 2, episode 2. Anyway, so I have finished this quest as you can see, and I'll show you how to get this done. It's not too difficult, but there are 5 records that you have to go and search in the Axion planes. Now quickly I'll mention the quest and the description. So in the patch notes, it says, added a new sub-quest in Axion planes. Descendants who completed main quest in Axion planes can start new sub-quest at a Vulgus transport ship that can be found somewhere in the Axion planes. First, you have to go and find the ship. I'll show you the location. And then you follow the quest line and get everything done. Complete the sub-quest to obtain special records and chest attachments. Now, as far as records are concerned, we have 164 now. We had 150 after the August update, so they've added 14 more. 4 of those are fairly straightforward. 4 are part of the Luna quest. So you equip Luna and you do this. These are separate, so you can get these done without having to look for them, which leaves us with 10 more. Now they've added these 7 here in the Legion of Immortality, then 1 in the Legion of Darkness, so that's 8, and in the world, they've added these last 2 in the Ingress section of the world. So these 10 are the ones we are looking for. And again, you mostly have to find 5 of them. The others you will get as part of the quest. So what I'll do now is I'll show you my recording and where to find them, because they tend to disappear once you interact with them. And it was also pretty dark, even though they tell you where to look for them. Right, so in order to do this quest, you have to go to the top transporter, and then we have to go northwest basically. So just watch this clip here and you'll see where you have to go. So basically you have the mission at the top, northwest, let's say, and it's near that. So just follow along here into sort of the barren area. You'll see a sort of crashed Vulgus transport ship over here, and in here, in the debris over here, you will find a piece of armor that you have to interact with to start the quest. So basically this is where you have to go on the map. So yes, in the top left you could say. Now over here you will see this here. Now these are sometimes a little hard to spot, so you have to interact with this one to start the quest. Okay, now when you start the quest, it will tell you to take this piece, mysterious plating piece, and go to the data analyst in Albion. Now the data analyst is basically another NPC next to the Descendant instructor over here. You talk to this guy and he will do the analysis. Then you read the record and basically he will tell you to go and fight the Dread Armor Commando in the Void Vessel. Okay, so that is our next step. You fight the Dread Armor Commando in the Void Vessel. So once you beat the Dread Armor Commando, you have to basically go back and talk to the data analyst. So once you finish talking to the data analyst, he'll finish his analysis and give you the locations, basically rough location of where these records are on the map in the Axion planes. So if you read this one here, the last piece in the Axion planes, it shows you the 5 locations. At this point, you can stop the video if you want to go and search for these yourself. If you're having a hard time, you can continue watching because I'll show you the 5 locations. Now, the first one is fairly simple. It's next to the outpost, the main outpost, and you have to go sort of a little to the left. Now, as far as I can tell, these pieces tend to disappear after you interact with them. So I'll try to give you as much information as possible. So the first piece is, again, fairly close, and hopefully it doesn't take me long because this is literally me looking for them over here. So you can see this is like a leg armor piece of the Dread Armor Commando. When you do that, you will unlock the matching record. Over here, you can see we are just past the outpost on the left. Over here, right here. This is the location. Okay, this is where you have to go exactly sort of in line with the outpost. So this is the leg piece, the leg plating for the Obliviant commander, and the matching record for that one is the second last one, the Legion of Immortality. Right, next we are looking at the one in the bottom right, you could say southeast, and this one is again over here on the map. You have to go where my black cursor is pointing. So it's actually, again, this was probably the easiest one I managed to find. And for some reason, after the first piece, it all becomes dark and permanently dark in the Axion plane. So it was a little harder for me to see this. Maybe I'll try and brighten the video as well so that you can spot it. So this is the chest piece. This is the bottom right. This is southeast. And this is the chest fragment. All right, so the third piece, if you see the middle one in the bottom, you can sort of draw a straight line from where you go to fight the wall crasher. And right at the bottom, there's also a transporter over here. So if you draw a line sort of straight from the middle and just look around this area a little to the right here, you will be able to find it. This is me literally finding it myself. Okay, you can see here, just sort of in the right area and just around here. Now, some of these pieces are kind of small, so you have to sort of line yourself up from the outpost or the transporter, I should say, and the path leading to the Colossus. And just look around here before we sort of fall down here into this sort of riverbed. And there it is. So that is the fragment. I actually went and had a look. This disappears. So this is the piece on the map. Now this next piece is a little tricky. You have to go to the top northwest where there is this mission, and it's a small helmet piece just as soon as you sort of drop off the cliff. And yeah, this is a bit tricky, so I'll just show you a little bit before I get there. So basically you can see the mission being done here, and you have to go sort of over here just when you start dropping off from this sort of cliff area. And then you have to see over here, there's a small helmet over here. Okay, so this is the helmet piece, and you can see it's over here where you have the edge, and there's a race as well. So if you were to draw a straight line here, it's around here. So that's what I'm trying to show here. You have to look over here. And this is the helmet piece of the Obliviant. Now the final piece is once again on the top right, where you have the various missions, the Seal District and stuff like that. You can see it's sort of right between this mission and the transporter. So if you were to draw a straight line from here, from over here, and in between these two, this is where you find it on the ground. So you can see this mission here, and you draw the straight line from there, and this is where you should find it, the liquefied AX ward. So this time you're looking for a weapon, and this is the weapon here. So once you finish this, you have to go and talk to the data analyst again back in Albion. You can see the map has become brighter. It's daytime now. And the final piece will be when you give him all the information, and then you'll unlock the final piece of the journal. So this completes the quest, and you will get the final journal and the chest piece. As you can see, we just unlocked the symbol of the forgot. So yeah, so that is the quest. Hopefully this was useful. It's not too difficult, like I said, but it goes dark when you're trying to find the journals on the ground, which made it a little harder, but the whole thing took me less than an hour to find. And the top right one and the sort of top left one, those ones took a little longer, but the rest were fairly easy. So hopefully this was useful. Thank you for watching as usual, and see you next time.